The Great Outdoors: How Nature Shapes American Life. Welcome to English with Billy, the podcast where we explore the habits, traditions, and ideas that shape our world. I'm your host, Billy, and today we're going outside, literally and figuratively, to talk about the great outdoors and how it influences American life. The United States is a land full of natural wonders, majestic mountains, deep forests, expansive deserts, and thousands of miles of coastline. For many Americans, being in nature is not just a hobby, it's a way of life. They hike, camp, surf, and climb. But what makes the great outdoors so special, and why do so many people love spending time in nature? In this episode, we'll explore the history of outdoor culture in the U.S., some of the most iconic national parks, and the psychological benefits of spending time outside. Along the way, we'll learn some new words to help you understand this passion for nature. The United States is one of the most geographically diverse countries in the world. You can find almost every type of landscape here. There are the Rocky Mountains, which stretch from the northern U.S. all the way to New Mexico. There's the Grand Canyon in Arizona, which is so large and deep that it's almost hard to believe it's real. Then there's the coastline of California, the wetlands of Florida, and the volcanic landscapes of Hawaii. This natural beauty has inspired people for generations. In fact, the idea of protecting nature started in the United States in the 19th century. President Theodore Roosevelt, who loved hunting and exploring the wilderness, helped create national parks to make sure these places would be preserved forever. Let's learn the word preserved. To preserve something means to protect it so that it stays the same and is not harmed or destroyed. The national parks are preserved so that people can enjoy them for many years to come. Today, there are over 60 national parks in the U.S., and millions of people visit them every year. These parks are considered treasures, places where nature is respected and celebrated. Let's talk about some of the most famous national parks in the United States. One of the most well-known is Yellowstone National Park. It's in the states of Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, and it was the first national park in the world, established in the year 1872. Yellowstone is famous for its geysers, like Old Faithful, which shoots hot water into the air every 90 minutes. It's also home to bears, wolves, bison, and stunning waterfalls. Another iconic park is Yosemite National Park in California. Yosemite is known for its giant granite cliffs, like El Capitan and Half Dome, as well as its huge, ancient sequoia trees. If you've ever seen a photograph of a breathtaking mountain landscape in the U.S., it was probably taken in Yosemite. Then there's Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona. The Grand Canyon is 277 miles long and up to 18 miles wide. It's a place that shows the power of natural forces, like rivers, that have carved out the land over millions of years. These national parks are part of what makes outdoor culture so strong in the U.S. People travel from all over the country and the world to experience these places. So, what do people do when they visit these beautiful natural areas? Outdoor activities are incredibly popular in the United States. Hiking is one of the most common activities. People of all ages love to walk on trails, through forests, or up mountains, enjoying the peace and quiet of nature. Camping is another big tradition. Families often take trips to national or state parks, set up tents, and sleep under the stars. There's something special about roasting marshmallows over a campfire and listening to the sounds of the forest at night. Then, there are more adventurous activities like rock climbing, whitewater rafting, and mountain biking. For people who love water, kayaking, surfing, and paddleboarding are popular on the many lakes, rivers, and coastal areas. Let's talk about the word adventurous. If someone is adventurous, they are willing to take risks and try new, exciting things. People who go rock climbing or rafting often have an adventurous spirit. Even in big cities, Americans find ways to connect with nature. City parks like Central Park in New York or Golden Gate Park in San Francisco give people a place to run, have picnics, or just enjoy the sunshine. Why do people love being outdoors so much? Well, it turns out that spending time in nature has some amazing psychological benefits. Scientists have found that being outside can reduce stress, improve mood, and even help people focus better. When you're surrounded by trees, mountains, or the sound of waves, your mind has a chance to relax. People often say that being in nature makes them feel more connected to the world. It's like a natural reset button for your brain. One study found that just 20 minutes in a park can lower the levels of cortisol, a hormone that your body releases when you're stressed. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed, a walk in the woods might be just what you need. Here's a new word: cortisol. Cortisol is a hormone in your body that is released when you're stressed or anxious. Too much cortisol over time can be bad for your health, which is why managing stress is important. With all this love for the outdoors, many Americans are also passionate about protecting the environment. The outdoor culture in the U.S. has inspired movements to reduce pollution, protect wildlife, and preserve forests and natural resources. People join conservation groups, volunteer for beach cleanups, and even teach their children to leave no trace when they go camping. Leave no trace is a principle that means you should leave nature exactly as you found it. This means picking up trash, staying on trails, and not disturbing wildlife. It's a way of showing respect for the environment. More and more people are realizing that spending time in nature also comes with the responsibility to protect it. Climate change and pollution are big concerns, and many outdoor enthusiasts are working to make a difference. The great outdoors is more than just a beautiful backdrop in the United States. It's a way of life, a source of adventure, and a place for reflection and healing. Whether it's hiking through a forest, camping under the stars, or protecting natural spaces, Americans' love for nature runs deep. Thank you for joining me today on English with Billy. I hope this episode inspired you to explore the world outside, even if it's just a walk in your local park. If you enjoyed today's show, make sure to subscribe and join us next time for more explorations into life, culture, and human behavior. Until then, stay curious and maybe go enjoy some fresh air.